All right, MBL. Gonna go to the MBL dinner again this year. Can't wait for that. One of the best.
Would only be the perfect filter for this kind of music that is recorded with this filter, but you cannot build in 10 different DA filters, and you have to select between what you think matches best. So I make the decision for you and made the filter that we think would be perfect or best matching for your music.
Both filming at the same time. Rare to see MBL, all their gear at the same time.
Nice round of applause. Let's get underway. Ladies and gentlemen, George Duke, music captain.
Hey Jeremy, I'm getting filmed. How are you? Good to see you. Hey. Oh, yes, that's a Tampa. Maybe I'll come back in a little bit. I'll sit back here then. Okay. Standing room only. The head of MBL.
Okay, I just forgot one point of this digital filter. We have built a so-called in-the-sample overload protection. The thing is that if you measure the A converter chip or a D converter chip with an audio precision and you measure full scale sine wave, nothing will happen, everything looks fine. This is what, how also the chip manufacturer developed their chips. But when you then listen to more modern recorded or modern mixed music, you will determine that oh, it sounds a little bit digital or bright. And so you measure with your audio precision and nothing shows up. And then maybe 1.5 decades ago, I then dived deeper into it and saw that with the music signal that the signal goes into clipping. And then if you then dive deeper into it, you will recognize that this occurs because there are in between some sample points, there's still the shape of the sound when you low pass filter it. And so it can be occur that this signal is much higher than the maximum sample value. And also in the meantime there are mastering tools that shows you the true peak. So before we have also only the sample peak that will determine you or tell you if you are mixed too loud or not too loud. But modern tools show you this intersample peaks, so the true peaks, and if you are serious engineer, you try to avoid this. If you are an engineer that wants to tickle the nerves in your brain, you would ignore this, because this makes you awake to tickle your nerves. So I have taken this into account, that even if you play back this tickling nerve music or tickling nerve mixes, that our DA converter does not clip. And I'm still not understand why a chip manufacturer doesn't take this into account, but we have this. Okay, so after the digital filter, we go to the DA converter section, and every modern DA converter does oversample to a bit stream, and then at a modulator convert this to an analog signal. And for my explanation, I mostly use the term that the loudest 4 bits are multi-bit and the lowest are delta sigma. This is partially correct. This is, for understanding, this is the same as in the real world. We have a 4-stage comparator for this bit stream, but at the end it will be the same. So in the DA converter, there is a situation where these both techniques overlap or have to change, and this step, normally you have a transition. This is audible and also measurable, but here we have also for nearly 15 years or so, we have 4 different paths, and with each of the DA converter paths we have different levels where the transition of the multi-bit to delta sigma occurs. So the sound with louder signal and the sound for lower signals or quieter signals are very, very similar. Good, so I take the next piece, and afterwards I explain you the most unique feature on the network player.
This is their newest network player. Okay, I'm gonna stay. I'll stay. Yeah, I'll put on pause. And then